The 2025 All-Star Game is going to be the best we've ever seen. Adam Silver is changing things up. San Francisco is going to be hosting. Stephen Curry is the headline All-Star here. And I believe what's about to happen is going to make the All-Star Game much more competitive and fun to watch. New 2025 NBA All-Star Game format. Here's how the tournament-style showcase is expected to work. At the beginning of November, Adam Silver was clear that he wanted to stay away from the traditional All-Star Game format. He says, "I think everyone was disappointed in what they saw last year. It wasn't just the league, it was the players as well. The Players Association. I think we all did what we thought we could, thinking we would. Particularly in Indiana, sort of their heartland of basketball, somehow we would give it the call to try. We'd see a more competitive game." So soon, what is this new change for the All-Star Game? What is this change going to look like? Here it is. The new tournament style format will feature 3 All-Star teams, each with 8 players on the roster and a 4th team, the winner of the Rising Stars Challenge. The first 2 games will constitute the semifinals and will have a target score of 40 points. The 2 winners will advance to the finals, which will have a target score of 25 points. So Adam Silver wants to change it to a tournament style kind of play. I absolutely love this. We're gonna see more competitive play by the NBA players. Adam says the league had confirmed a committee to talk about the issue with the NBPA and team representatives about trying something new in order to excite fans and also excite the players. So it's something they're enthusiastic about participating in. Stephen Curry is the headline All-Star this year because it's in San Francisco, and he has words to say about this too. Curry is very prideful and wants to make sure that the players put their best foot forward. So we're going to be focusing on the 3 NBA All-Star teams. Who will be All-Stars in the first place and who is going to be on whose team? This is the focus of today's video. My predictions on the 3 All-Star captains: Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James. Huge shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring the channel. Easy Buckets fans, if you want to buy cheap tickets to go to any kind of event, SeatGeek is the best app to do so. The NBA All-Star Game is on February 16th, and tickets are going to be available on SeatGeek, so you have to get your cheap tickets on SeatGeek today to go and watch the All-Star Game in San Francisco. Make a trip, it's going to be worth it. SeatGeek is also amazing because they sell tickets to any kind of events. Music concerts, any other sports games, anything that requires tickets. So get tickets on SeatGeek because they're the cheapest on the market. And we've partnered with SeatGeek to give Easy Buckets fans a discount promo code. Use my code EasyBuckets on SeatGeek. Easy Buckets fans, you will get $20 off extra your first purchase. Your cheap tickets just got even cheaper with my code. So come on, get your deals today. Link is in the bio. Download the app. Use code EasyBuckets. It's a no-brainer that Stephen Curry is going to become an All-Star this year. He's from San Francisco, and he's of course one of the most popular players in the world. LeBron James 100% is going to become an All-Star for sure because he's the most popular athlete in the entire universe. LeBron is going to get votes no matter what by the fans, and he's going to 100% be playing in the game even if he's 40 years old. Giannis has had a monster breakout season this year, and he's brought up the Bucks, leveled them up, bringing them back into playoff contention. We expect Giannis 100% in the All-Star Game. And I believe with these 3 players, Steph, LeBron, and Giannis, they're going to be the captains of the 3-8 roster squads. They're going to be the focal points and the headlines of these teams. But first, we have to talk about the team in the first place. There's going to be a Western Conference All-Star selection and an Eastern Conference All-Star selection. This is the math. If there's 3 All-Star teams this year and 8 players in each of them, 8 times 3 is 24 players. 24 divided by 2 conferences is 12 players per conference. So of course, in terms of recruiting the All-Stars, it's going to be the same. 12 from the East, 12 from the West. So we're going to first start with the Eastern Conference. Who is going to represent the East? Donovan Mitchell is a no-brainer to represent the Eastern Conference. The Cavaliers are the best team in the East. Donovan Mitchell is going to secure a spot on the All-Star team this year. He's been amazingly leading this team to the top seed. Damian Lillard has been huge for the Bucks in their comeback this season, and Dame is 100% going to be guaranteed in that conversation, potentially being in the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference. Put Damian Lillard there. Dame was also the NBA All-Star MVP last season, so we expect Dame back in the games this season. Jason Tatum is a no-brainer representing the Eastern Conference this year. The Celtics are better than ever, and Jason Tatum is the captain, and he's actually putting up better numbers this year than ever before. Jason Tatum is going to be the starting small forward representing the East. Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks is going to be the starting center representing the Eastern Conference. I believe that Towns has transformed his game this year with the Knicks, and he's actually putting up better numbers than ever playing with Jalen Brunson. Speaking of Jalen Brunson will 100% be on the All-Star team. He's leading the Knicks to a playoff spot. He's the best player on the Knicks. So Jalen Brunson is going to be right there with Karl Anthony Towns. But Evan Mobley is going to be a first-time All-Star this year in my predictions. The Cavaliers I just mentioned earlier are the best team in the East, and Evan Mobley has playing huge to be a big part of why they're so successful. Evan Mobley, first-time All-Star this year. Book it. Tyler Hero will also be a first-time All-Star this year. He is the best player on the Miami Heat this season, past Jimmy Butler, past Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero has become an All-Star player this season, averaging 20+ points a game and being their go-to scorer. Tyler Hero's name and value has increased this year tremendously. Bam Adebayo will be joining Tyler Hero over Jimmy Butler representing the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo has been a huge part of the Miami Heat's play. Butler has been more injured, so Bam has stepped up to be their second option defensively and offensively. Trae Young will definitely be in that All-Star game conversation because Trae Young has brought the Hawks back up to NBA playoff contenders. NBA play-in tournament contenders, if I would say the best, but still, without DeJounte Murray, Trae Young has definitely stepped up this year, left this team averaging plus 10 assists per game. We expect Trae Young back in the games. Don't forget about Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum's partner in crime. Jaylen Brown is a big part of why the Celtics are untouchable and unbeatable, because Jaylen Brown gives Tatum an ultimate secondary scoring option partner that of course can literally be a first option on another team. Jaylen Brown has also been amazing in the past All-Star games. We expect Jaylen Brown to be a valuable piece when the games actually start playing. My last pick from the Eastern Conference is Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese has had an underwhelming season, and he hasn't been that good, but I still believe his numbers are good enough to make All-Star level, as the Pacers are decent contenders this year, and I do see Tyrese getting a little bit better leading up to the All-Star game. In terms of the biggest NBA All-Star Eastern Conference snub, it's got to be Joel Embiid. Embiid has not been good in terms of injury and playing this first half of the season, so we expect Joel Embiid to not even be in the All-Star game this year. But for the Western Conference, LeBron is 100% being on that list. This is a no-brainer. We talked about Stephen Curry also being on that list. Curry is going to be on the squad as well, but who will join them? Luka Doncic is 100% going to be representing the Western Conference in the All-Star game. He made the NBA Finals last year. He's a fan favorite. He's going to get plenty of votes. Put Luka Doncic in that conversation. Nikola Jokic has had a monster year so far with the Nuggets, putting up many 40 points plus games, dropping triple-double after triple-double. No-brainer Jokic in the All-Star game. Anthony Davis is in talks of MVP conversation playing for the Lakers. Anthony Davis 100% is going to be on the All-Star team this year playing with LeBron James, and that's a guarantee. Kevin Durant has had an on and off injury season, but Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. Fans are going to vote for KD, and it just wouldn't feel right without Kevin Durant in the All-Star games. Put Kevin Durant in that lineup. Shea has been a rising superstar in the NBA. The Thunder are the first seed in the Western Conference, led by none other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea will be in the NBA All-Star game, guaranteed, no doubt about it. Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, the future face of the NBA, is going to be in the All-Star game. The Wolves have been underwhelming, but Anthony Edwards himself has been great. Put Anthony Edwards in the conversation of a starting player on one of the teams. He's going to represent well and be aggressive in these All-Star games. Devin Booker will also be representing the Western Conference. Booker has not been talked about that much this season, but he's played great. He's been healthy. He's been a big part why the Suns are successful even when Kevin Durant sits. Booker is in the All-Star games for sure. A first-time All-Star will be Victor Wembanyama, our favorite rising superstar. Second year in the NBA, Wembanyama has of course made the Spurs a legit play-in tournament contender with Chris Paul. Victor Wembanyama is going to be a first-time All-Star this year. Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder will also be a first-time All-Star this year. Of course, Shai's partner in crime. Similar story to Jaylen Brown to Tatum, Jalen Williams to Shai. Jalen Williams will be an All-Star this year, and I'm telling you, he'll be valuable in these All-Star games, getting heavy minutes playing offense and defense. And my final pick for the Western Conference representatives is James Harden. James Harden has surprisingly helped the Clippers be competitive without Kawhi Leonard and with them losing Paul George. James Harden will be a surprise pick for the All-Star games, and NBA fans will pick for him for sure. So now we have our 24 All-Star players representing the East and the West. And who are my picks for each individual team? This is my prediction on Team LeBron, the team that LeBron will be leading. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker, and Bam Adebayo. This is Stephen Curry's team. Curry, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Tyler Hero, Jalen Brunson, Victor Wembanyama. This is Giannis' team. Giannis, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Jalen Williams, James Harden, Trae Young, Evan Mobley. So now on the screen you see all three teams of the All-Star games. What are y'all predictions? Which team is the best? Who do you think will take the cup? But an All-Star that won't be playing is Zion Williamson, because he is really starting to worry NBA fans that he might not even be in the league anymore. The Pelicans could actually waive him, and we just made a video talking all about that, so check it out. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. See y'all next time on Easy Buckets. Peace.